Alright folks, well, I'm not feeling too good at the moment. Just really tired and been suffering with a cold all weekend. I've been asked for my opinion on this. So, Linus Torvalds, the creator of the Linux kernel, gives Nvidia the finger, literally, which we can see there. So, last week at a hacker meetup in Finland during a Q&A session, Torvalds laid into Nvidia, calling it the single worst company the Linux developer community has ever dealt with, complaining that the chip maker doesn't do as much as it could to ensure that its hardware plays nicely with its open source operating system. That bit is quite funny, that part of the video, and I'll put a link to the video in the description below. It's about 49 minutes you need to start watching it from, and then look at 60 minutes. Because at 60 minutes he says, he admits that he's being humorous in the video with his opinion there. I don't believe that. Nvidia aren't the worst. Because I suppose you can't really say, well, the companies that don't support Linux because they say, oh, it's too small a community using it, then we're not supporting them. Yeah, they're an annoying one, but not the worst. I'm thinking more along the lines of wireless network cards. Hey, aren't they pretty bad? All the variety that there's no real standardisation, and the fact that some cards are supported from one manufacturer, and in the same manufacturer, other sets of cards aren't supported. That's got to be more annoying than graphics. Hey, that's my opinion of that. But Nvidia, well, yeah, they closed source their drivers, but their support is actually pretty good. They've had some dodgy driver releases, like the driver set that ends up in Ubuntu 12.04, which caused me some issues. But later updates, it's actually pretty good. Whereas AMD ATI drivers, well, yeah, they're open sourced, but I don't think they're actually that good. Gaming, well, it's about adequate for what I found, and in fact I couldn't even do screencasts with them, so actually that was a complete write-off for me. And some of the newer sets of the AMD drivers just really aren't working that well at all. The new generation graphics cards, Linux support is pretty poor. You have a choice, Intel, for the most part they're pretty good. All the drivers come built into the kernel, so you don't actually have to do anything. But let's not forget they released a range of laptop graphics cards where they subcontracted off to another company. Never made sure they could get the source code back, so there's no Linux drivers available for one range of Intel drivers. I just can't remember which one it is. But thinking along the lines of laptop graphics cards, that Nvidia, the new Optimus range, or actually it's a couple of years old now, isn't it? Nvidia never released Linux drivers for that, so a lot of them have had to be reverse engineered. So they're not good. I don't think any of them are good, but I suppose Nvidia's closed source philosophy isn't really ideal for the way Linux is trying to work with the open source. But I do see Nvidia's point. So hey, they're not the worst in my opinion. In fact, I think they're one of the better ones because they do support their drivers and their cards do work pretty well. I'm about to build a new media player. In fact, I'm going to go for a Windows solution there. I know it pains me to do that, but looking at going for AMD solution, getting one of these new Nano processors, the onboard graphics in the CPU, yeah, do look pretty small and cost effective, so I can get a nice compact build. Linux support for them, I won't be able to do HD videos very well, and I won't be able to bitstream in Dolby True HD. That's no good. Yeah, I could do it on Nvidia, but I'm going to have to pay more for that, and I won't get quite such a compact build. So yeah, it pains me to do it, but I'm going to have to go for Windows there. We'll be using XBMC, so I'll be using some open source software, and I'm going to rip out as much as I can from Windows, so it'll actually go pretty quick. That's the way it has to go. Just because AMD can't provide decent drivers, and they can't bitstream Dolby True HD out of their graphics cards. Does go around the whole point that no company is good, but I can't call Nvidia the worst. Anyway, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm probably going to have to go to sleep soon. I'll see you all later.